Ho ho ho, and welcome to Dario's Comic School. And today we take a look at a comic I wanted to look for a very long time, and the excitement, well, is justified. I mean, look at this, look at this. And there's a couple of things I want to say about this. It's J. Scott Campbell's Danger Girl, and it's an exciting comic. And I found a channel from a guy. I guess he's from Finland, and he calls comics, or well, comics are the ninth art. And there was a time. Well, I got here The Walking Dead, a thick one. And as you can see, they made a show out of this. The last Batman movie with Pattinson, it felt like what if David Fincher's Seven and Batman Year One had a baby, and then ripped off at the end Nolan's Batman and Joker. Like Batman, what Batman? Comics, comics are maybe looked down upon by non-comic people, but culture has changed so much. I mean, the whole Marvel MCU stuff, all the TV shows, Doom Patrol, you know what I mean? Those were comics made by nerds, as Andrew Tate used to say. But yeah, I will call this video probably Comics the Ninth Art. I will make a thumbnail like this, or maybe what's better, like what's a good thumbnail, and then I will talk about this in a second. And then there will be written up here Comics the Ninth Art, and then here it will say I want to make comics like this. So why is this so special? Why is this so important? Well, comics can be a lot of things. I mean, comics can look in different can have different looks. I mean, you see these drawings. I mean, I will celebrate in a second J. Scott Campbell's drawings, but as you can see, these drawings are very, very different. And then we got here David Mazzucchelli and Batman Year One. And as you can see, like, it's not that this is art. It is art, and it can be hard to do something like this, to reduce it, to make the beats, to make it look like a movie with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, and to make the action and the story compelling. But you have seen two different art styles, and you will see lately I'm reading a bunch of The Walking Dead, and I'm watching a bunch of The Walking Dead. And I have to say, I kind of love Charlie Adlert. Sometimes he delivers, like in this panel, but sometimes the panels are not that beautiful. But this was just to show how beautiful this is. It's not that this is the most, like, everybody has its own favorite style, but I will say, if I can, I would make comics like this. I would also make comics like The Walking Dead and the Hernandez brothers, but that's a topic for another day. When I saw this on the stands, I don't know, this is like in German, Deutsche Mark by Dino. And I always saw this on the stands, but it was pretty expensive. It was like $10, and it was issue 4. It was not even issue number 1. And I guess I picked this always up and read it on the comic stands, and the people there selling always told me, man, you gotta buy it or you gotta leave it, because I couldn't afford it. I was kind of young or poor, so I was reading it, and then the day came when I finally had money, and I just purchased it. And how do we do this? Should I take it? Let's see if I can go down here a bit. Come on, don't break. Okay. Well, I guess I will show it this way. And what can I say? I mean, this is a great action comic. It introduces it's like Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. It features evil Nazi scientists. It has action. It has beautiful babes. It has ninjas. It is very James Bond-like. Everything looks extremely beautiful, and I can't stress enough. Like, if you're looking right now or watching right now this video, and you think about making comics, totally study your anatomy, your foreshortening, your constructing, like with lines coming to the foreground, and then constructing the body, knowing where everything fits. J. Scott Campbell, in his what did he do? He did earlier comics, and I saw them, and Gen 13, they looked okay, but here he got his anatomy right, and in this comics he's putting in enormous amounts of work. This is like his, I don't know, what do you call it? His big budget movie, I guess. And that's what I treat sometimes my comics too, or the planning of my comics. Where maybe a Dawn of the Dead, where maybe a Walking Dead is definitely like a TV show. It has the 22 pages, and then I mean this feels kind of like a family TV show in an apocalyptic world, and so it kind of suited the style when they made a TV show out of it. And Batman Year One feels a bit more like a movie. So and it is like, the format is this is everything. This is the movie. This is maybe a 90 to 120 minute movie, and it works. And this feels like a big blockbuster Hollywood movie. And so if you have in mind, I don't know, kind of have in mind what you're gonna do. Like, sorry that I come back to something else, but this feels, wait a second, this is the Birdland. We'll look at this later on. This is like I don't know, what does this feel like black and white from the 50s and 60s, something like this. So again, J. Scott Campbell delivers here his big budget movie. I mean, everything feels like a big James Bond movie with a beautiful girl, beautiful ninjas, beautiful drawings. Like, everything is made to be as beautiful as it can be. And look at this. I mean, the scenes, the sceneries. Can I get it into the frame? Wait a second. Let me put it this way. Yeah, that's how it goes. Like, let's look at this. Wait a second. This is much better. Yes, this is how it works. So big scenes, like from a big movie. Beautiful sky. Like, every panel, when I was the only thing when I was reading this was like that some of the characters faces, they look kind of the same. Like, no big diversity. He draws, well, if that's a critique point, like every dude kind of looks the same. They just change a bit hairstyles, but that was a bit of a downside. But the drawings look so beautiful. Like, look at the inking, and she's thinking about stuff and how things are rendered. It's just exactly that beautiful Hollywood blockbuster movie made as a comic. And maybe that's where the ninth art comes in, because I can pick up a comic. I mean, you see, this is a physical comic. I'm touching it with my hand. I think this is roughly 20 plus years old. And it looks new, and it has beautiful colors. I can read it. I can put it aside. I can do whatever I want with it, and I can look at the pictures. I can study the pictures, draw them. And what can I say? Like, look at this. Just amazing. And this is when the action starts. Like, look at this. Like Hammer Island. We're immediately transported to some evil facility. And I mean, when I was seeing this, look at the moon. Just amazing. And then the soldiers, and I was totally into Half-Life 1 back then, and Indiana Jones. I mean, this is adventure at its finest. And then look at this. Beautifully drawn. I think he drew it one time and then maybe he replicated it. And then you get here the big reveal. Like, look at this page's layouts. Nothing too fancy. I mean, a scene where we see a lot of soldiers, and then a close-up, and then we see this evil Nazi scientist, doctor, and I mean, we're 12 minutes in. I've shown you a bunch of other stuff, but come on, how can you not want to make comics like this? I mean, definitely there's some different flavors, but then, like, look, weapons, soldiers, and who's this guy? Like, I mean, bam! You're immediately. I mean, this is all I had, issue 4, and I was so hooked. Like, it looks great. It has all the right story beats. I don't want to spoil too much, but yeah, they go into the lore and how they were searching for artifacts that will bring back the Übermensch. And yeah, just this Nazi scientist was once, like, look, he describes they were searching for a big artifact and something about angels and Greek mythology. I mean, and then something with submarines and the Third Reich, and then the evil girl shows up, and she looks pretty hot. I mean, and she's called Natalia. What's there more to say? I don't know how much more I want to spoil, but yeah, let's end with this shot, or let's end in 2 minutes. And I mean, good lord, this maybe should be a thumbnail, something like this. I mean, we gotta swing for the fences, I guess, or maybe, yeah. And then, well, the rescue team shows up, and every panel looks incredible. The ninja splits up. She is going to search for the prisoner. He's going to search for the other ninja, his, I don't know, evil twin ninja, and they fight. And this girl is trying to get out of jail. And you get the idea. Just beautiful stuff. And some stuff is even a bit ridiculous. But then, like in Indiana Jones, they have their ceremony, the evil doctor guy, and they're waiting for this guy to turn into something very, very powerful. And yeah, pretty much, I guess, stolen from Indiana Jones, and it's totally okay because, well, it's not a one-to-one copy, but close enough, and it does its job, and it complements the beautiful drawings and the beautiful action. And look at this, like one girl just jumping, and she bam, 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 like this is quality. And boom, this is action comic. And I don't say everything, like as you can see, I love a different variety of comics, but good lord. And if I would do my comics, I guess I would kind of mix a bit of all my favorite stuff. And as you can see, I don't want to spoil too much, but man, this is a Hollywood movie. This is not a comic, but it is $10. It is, you know, you get a lot for your money. You can sit, you can read, you can look at the artwork, you can enjoy your life and get inspired and think about what's happening here. And that's what comics should be. Should be fun, should be entertaining, should have a great quality, and let's aspire to do that. And I hope this video brought you good value. I don't want to spoil the ending too much, but big fights at the end. Great comic. This is how I want to make comics, and we'll see us till the next video.